Hey guys, we're back at Replay Guitar Exchange here, and today we're talking acoustics. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 best acoustic guitars for beginners. Alright guys, so I'm sitting down here again with Cliffhanger.
Hey man, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for bringing me out, dude. I love this place, and I love this room, dude. It's like all acoustics in here, man.
Yeah, we have the coolest acoustic room of any guitar shop I've ever seen. A lot of really cool guitars to pick from.
So Cliff, our goal today is to find 5 acoustic guitars that's suited for beginners, but that's also going to be motivating to play.
Yeah, I think that should be pretty easy to do here, man. I mean, this place has so much to choose from, lots of different really cool brands, lots of different things for beginners to choose from at all different price points. So this really shouldn't be too difficult to find.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to have fun finding, so let's get started. Oh, and hang around to the end of the video because I've got some really important tips for you when it comes to quality versus price when it comes to choosing an acoustic guitar. All right, so the first acoustic guitar I have for beginners, and this is actually perfect guitar for beginners here, is the Taylor GS Mini guitar. And as you can see, it is definitely mini. It's like mini me to the acoustic I have at home. Now, real quick, before we hear how this sounds, I want to make a point about mini acoustic guitars. 2 reasons why minis are really great for beginners. One, because they're smaller guitars, you tend to get a little bit better quality for the price as opposed to buying a full-size acoustic guitar for that same price range. Number 2, a mini acoustic's just a lot easier and a little bit more motivating to learn on because you don't have this huge box sitting in front of you on your lap here. So it's a little bit more motivating to play and to practice. Now this Taylor GS Mini here is priced at $499. Let's hear what the Taylor GS Mini sounds like. Next, we have got an Ibanez Artwood, and specifically this is called the Artwood Grand Concert acoustic guitar. Now, this is also a little bit smaller than a full-size acoustic. It's a little bit bigger, it feels like, than the last one I played, but it's not quite as big as some of the other acoustics. So this is definitely a beginners to an intermediate level guitar here because it does play and it sounds pretty good as well. Now, this guitar is actually only $299, so it's priced less expensive than the last guitar I played here. So let's hear what the Ibanez Artwood sounds like. Next up, we've got another little mini guitar here, and this is actually a Martin Jr. series, specifically the D Junior 10E. Now, this guitar, the action is like set up almost too perfect on this guitar already as I've been playing it a little bit before I filmed this part. But yeah, this is a really nice beginner's guitar here, even going into the intermediate level as well. And it is priced at $599. So let's hear what the Martin sounds like. Oh, and one more thing, this particular Martin also has electronics. It's got the Fishman electronics here. All right, so I just pulled off the rack a PRS Acoustic, and I've personally never played a PRS Acoustic before, so I was excited to play this. And as you can see, this is a smaller guitar as well. Now, this is the PRS SE Parlor. I always forget the names of these guitars, so I had to look down. Anyway, so this also has electronics. You've got Fishman electronics here. Now, of course, I'm not going to plug it in because I want you to hear the guitar, what it sounds like just, you know, by itself here. And it is priced at $579 here. So let's hear what the PRS Acoustic sounds like. All right, this last guitar I'm going to let you hear, we're going back to Taylor again, but this is a little bit higher end Taylor. Now, this Taylor is priced at $799 here, so it's a little bit more expensive than the other guitars that we've covered. However, this is still great to start out with, and of course, it's good for intermediate and I'd say even, you know, advanced players. Again, this is not only perfect for starting out with, but also it's good for travel too, just because it's a smaller guitar and it's a higher quality guitar as well. And again, I'll talk more about price and quality at the end of this video, so make sure you hang around for that. So let's hear what this Taylor sounds like. So which acoustic guitar do you think sounded the best? Now I'm going to give you my thoughts as well as some tips on how to choose the best acoustic guitar for you when it comes to price versus quality. But before we do that, I just want to give a huge shout out to the folks at Replay Guitar Exchange. They're cool enough to let me come into their store and film these videos so that I can give you this content, so I'm very grateful for that. On that note, no pun intended, be sure to check out their website. I've got a link in the description of this video. They do online orders. Yes, they are a local mom and pop guitar store, but they've got a huge selection and they take online orders as well. So drop them the email, give them a call, or just browse online. They've got a lot of good stuff in there. They've got used gear as well, so you can get some really good deals from them. And also a big shout out to Cliffhanger. He always helps me out with these videos, helps me get the gear together, and he's just a cool dude to hang out with. All right, now let's talk about how to choose the best acoustic guitar for you, one that suits your needs even as a beginner. And you can even use these tips in searching for guitars no matter what level you're at. This is going to help you. So when you're choosing a guitar, a lot of people, especially as a beginner, a lot of people think, well, I need to go with something that's just super low priced and really budget friendly. And I want to steer you kind of away from that mindset when it comes to choosing a guitar, because here's the problem. And if you notice, I played some really nice guitars today, but they weren't cheap guitars by any means in any way, shape, or form. There was one guitar that was a little lower than everything else, but it was still a good quality guitar, and that's why I made it part of this video here. Here's the thing, if you get a cheap guitar, it's not going to play well, it's not going to sound good, and you are not going to be motivated to continue your quest as a guitar player. And this is why a lot of guitar players give up in the beginning, because they get a really cheap guitar. They think, well, I've got to get a budget-friendly guitar just to start out with to see if I like it, but it doesn't play well. It's actually hard to play, it's hard to fret, and it doesn't sound good, and you're just like, man, okay, well, this just isn't for me. I'm not meant to be a guitar player. Let me try something else. I want you to get out of that mindset if you're a beginner. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go out and spend thousands of dollars on an acoustic guitar to start with. As you saw and heard in this video, these weren't cheap guitars, but they were reasonably priced, and especially for the quality that you're getting. And that's why I chose these specific guitars that Replay had to show you, because these were good guitars. They're solid. You're going to be motivated to learn and play them because they sound good. They play great. Every guitar I played today played excellent, and that's just not something you're going to get from a cheap guitar that you're going to buy at like a big box store or whatever. The last thing I wanted to mention to you is you'll notice that I did not go into any great detail about the guitars I played today. I didn't go into the types of wood, the hardware, this and that. I know I called out some of the ones that had electronics in it, because that's kind of important to know if you want to plug into an amp or something like that, but I didn't mention any of the other details, and there's a reason for that. As a beginner, the only thing that matters about the guitar is, does it play good and does it sound good? And all that combined, is it inspiring you to play and to practice and to get better? Those are the things that count the most. And this is why I didn't include any super cheap guitars in this video. I wanted to start you with some quality guitars that will inspire you to play and to practice, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Once you get to a certain level, then you can start looking into the types of wood and, you know, different things about the acoustic guitars, get into more of the details as you progress as a guitar player. But at least here, you're starting out with a good quality guitar no matter what it is, because it's in a certain range here. In fact, if you go to the Replay Guitar Exchange website, the link is in the description there, you can look these guitars up and you can get the details about each guitar if you'd like to do that. So guys, I hope this video helped you, especially if you're a beginner starting out. I also do recommend that if you're starting out as a beginner, that you learn on acoustic first before you jump into the electric. You know, learn those fundamentals, learn the basics first on acoustic, and then when you get to the point to where you know you've learned your chords and scales and your basics, you jump on that electric and you're just going to take off. It's going to be fun, it's going to be awesome. And if you're an intermediate player, I still hope this video helped you. And of course, if you're still watching this video, I assume it did, and thank you for watching this far, by the way. But yeah, I really do hope this video helps you make good decisions in regards to which acoustic guitar that you choose. So guys, please give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next video, and I usually say keep it metal at the end of my videos, but I guess we're just going to keep it acoustic today. Hey, that's cool too.